1 Kings 17 verse 7. And it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up, because there had been no rain in the land. And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Arise, get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to Sidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee.
When the brook that God sent the prophet to dried up, the prophet did not force the brook to bring forth water. Like many of you, when your business dries up, your career dries up, your marriage dries up, you remain on a dry brook praying, fasting. Lesson number 1. Don't try to make permanent things that God ever intended to be provisional or seasonal. Many of you, you want to live in a permanent place that God only intended you to be there provisionally or temporarily. When God sent Elijah to the brook, it was only for a period of time, not a permanent time. The reason why you pray and fast to remain in a place, it is because you don't know the reason why you are there. Are you there permanently or temporarily? If you pass grade 12, why are you praying that you remain in the high school? The high school is temporary. You must go to university. So Christians, they remain in grade 12, binding and casting. Why is brook dried? Why is my brook dried? Why is my job finishing? Why is my relationship disturbed? Why is what the Lord saying you must know? It's not everything that is permanent. Some things are seasonal. If you spend too much time on a dry brook, you will also become dry. Let me say it again. If you spend time in places that are dry, that God has dried because it's their season of dryness, you will also become dry. You must recognize in your life that there are assignments that expire. So look at your life today. Are you busy pushing temporary assignments and you are making them permanent assignments? There are people you meet in your life that you are supposed to meet for 3 months and you part ways. They have something that they have to impart in you. So just because God called you into something, it doesn't mean He intends you to remain there forever. In your workplace, there's an expiry date. In your job, yes, there's an expiry date. If you inquire from the Lord, He will tell you, I brought you here for 5 years so that you raise capitals. The 6th year, you are supposed to be an entrepreneur. But you have stayed there for 15 years. That's why there is too much famine. You are now operating in a dry brook. Number 2, God leads us by what He gives us. Sometimes He also leads you by what He withholds from you. You can have divine direction by what God gives you. A job, a business. Then God is showing you that this is where you are supposed to go. God can also be directing you by taking those things away from you. So when those things are taken away from us, we cry, God, why have you abandoned me? But He's saying, I'm redirecting you in withholding things from you. Last week I was preaching here that when Joseph and Mary entered Bethlehem, they did not find a place to sleep because all the places were fully booked. So if you were Joseph and Mary today with your wife who is pregnant and you don't find a bed or anywhere to put your head down, you are going to cry to God, God, I'm carrying Jesus within me. You sent me on this assignment. Why am I not finding a place to stay? And the Lord is saying, I have a reason why I'm making you not to find a place to stay. Because the king has issued a decree that every child who is 2 years and below must be killed. So when the king comes, he is going to look in those rooms that I've withheld from you. Where you were not taken, that's where the enemy is going to come. So when the king comes there, he's not going to find you. You will be in the animal's manger with your baby, with the cows. But when it happens to you, you are going to complain. Why am I not finding it? Why am I not finding accommodation? I'm carrying Jesus. So God leads you sometimes by taking things from you. How many times do you meet boyfriend and girlfriend who are dating, and then the girl is heartbroken after she finds out that the guy is dating other 4 people? Then from that day, business idea. Yes, you are here. You're sitting. From that day, that's when you have business idea. You start understanding the stock market. That's when you start seeing the bigger picture of life. So God has directed you by withholding something from you. So you are directed by giving, you're also directed by being taken away from. Lesson 3. Elijah did nothing wrong, yet the brook still dried up. So when things go bad, it does not mean you did something wrong. Many of you, when things go bad, you think it's your fault. Something happened. You are wrong somewhere. Elijah was not wrong. He was in the will of God. But still the brook dried up. He was fully obedient to God. Yet his supply was cut off. If you're a pastor here, you can testify to this. You are praying, you are fasting, you are walking in the straight path of God. No kululu, no kalala. No gimmicks, nothing. Straight like this. And while you are walking in obedience, God keeps on cutting off supply. Cuts off rent. Cuts off food. Cuts off clothing. The people you lay hands on, they give big testimonies. So a cut off or a brook drying up, it does not mean you are wrong. You can do everything right. Give it your all. Be faithful. Be hardworking. Obedient. And still your brook will dry up. Things fall apart. Life doesn't always go as you plan it. Yes, things fall apart along the way. It's not punishment. It's repositioning. Tell your neighbor, it's not punishment. It's a repositioning. It's not rejection. It's redirection. Because when the brook dried up, God spoke. Leave the brook. Go to a widow that I've spoken with to feed you. So why are you crying at the brook that has dried up? It's not your fault. It's a season of repositioning. It's a season of redirection. Lesson number 4. God never explained to Elijah why the brook dried up. There are times in your life where God tells you an instruction and does not tell you what is going to happen on the way or at the end. He just gives you an instruction and the promise of the obedience to the instruction. For example, the Lord can speak to you. I'm not saying He's speaking to you now, it's an example. Leave your job, I will bless you. End of story. He's not going to tell you that after you leave your job, you are going to suffer for 6 years. It has happened to me, I know what I'm talking about. He does not tell you are going to suffer for 6 months. You are going to suffer for whatever. He's just depending on you believing that the Lord spoke to me. Whether it's 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 years, I have a word. He's the one who sent me to this brook. And is the one who is going to send me again when He desires to send me. So this is a test of faith. Once you want God to speak everything and put it in a plain paper, black and white, then you are not a faithful man. You are not a man of faith. You are not a woman of faith. Faith works with things you are not seeing. God just says, go. And you start going and you don't know where you are going. You don't know why it's happening. That's where faith comes in. Because He knows what you don't know. He sees what you don't see. You are like the army at brook that went to battle. But it's not seeing that there's another army that remained behind keeping the stuff. That's how God operates. You are busy with your business, with your ministry, or there's another army that is fighting in a place you don't see. God is busy working out things that you don't see. Look at the story in chapter 7, verse 1 of Kings. He said, tomorrow by this time, there will be food. Then immediately the 4 lepers began to walk towards Syria, if I'm not mistaken. Then God made the Syrians to hear the sound of an army coming to attack them. But there was no army. And God did not tell the 4 lepers that, you know what, I'm going to scare those people on your behalf. So God sometimes communicates with your enemy, not with you. That's why you wonder why certain people who have what you desire to have, they fight you. It's because your God communicates with them. He's showing them where you are going. He's showing them what you carry. He's not telling you. You don't know. He just tells you, keep moving. You are going to Canaan. The Canaanites have already closed the place, put a wall. They are afraid of you. And you are also afraid of them. But God does not tell you that I've told them to be afraid. Lesson number 5. Elijah could see that the brook was running low every day. Yet God had not shown him a new means of provision. So this man was seeing that the water is going down. But because God is the one who brought him here, the same God is not yet speaking that, you see, the water is going down. So now look for another one on the side so that you have another stream of water. So God did not communicate that. There is often, write this down, there's often a period of uncertainty or anxiety where you can see that something is coming to an end, but you are not sure what to do next. I can see that the meetings they are having in our company, I'm going to be fired. You know it. Sometimes you even dream it. I can see that the way this ministry is moving, we are about to fall. I can see this relationship where we are going, we are about to break up. But what am I going to do next after this? So there's always that anxiety, that uncertainty. You can't go back, but you are not sure how to move forward. It's when there's an ending in your life, but you haven't seen a new beginning yet. It's called living in between. Do you know when you are living in between? It's when you see that your job is ending, but you don't know if the new one is coming, so you are in between. You are confused. Should I resign before they fire me? Should I stay? Maybe there'll be a miracle. Should I stay in this relationship, but this person beats me up? Maybe they'll change tomorrow. What is going to happen tomorrow? What if I leave and then they prosper tomorrow while I've suffered? What if you are in between? Do you understand? What if I leave this ministry? I've served here and suffered. What if I leave and then the ministry prospers and all the workers in the ministry, they receive cars? What after I have left? What will happen? You are caught up in between. But if you are if you are a child of faith, you hold on to the word that God gave you. If the Lord said, go to this brook, even if it dries up, you will know that after it dries up, He is going to speak. You are eagerly expecting God's voice time and again. That will direct you to your new level. Because many, when we feel like it's coming to an end, we stop the voice of God and we put the matters in our hands. Lesson number 6.